I'm going to address something with a Ebola virus, and first off, I'm going to tell you, beware of repeating the giddy rumors on the alternative media. 99% of them maybe are suckers, and sometimes I get suckered into this stuff too, but I don't like push their lines like it's drama and it's guaranteed fact. But it looks like, I'm going to state this, I think a lot of these new viruses and things coming out, you know, Lyme disease, you know, bird flu, Ebola, HIV, and other viruses or whatever that's coming out are elite depopulation plans. That's my personal opinion. Yeah, you can say, oh yeah, you got proof. How am I going to have proof on that? Proof, right? You can always state something, somebody's going to say something, but I think there's a game going on. But the way I look at it, say that's the truth. They got a way, they're not going to release nothing they don't have a cure for that's like, hey, we can fix it. Now, I'm going to state one thing. You know, this Dr. Linus Pauling, he was two-time Nobel Peace Prize winner in two unrelated fields. As a matter of fact, he's the only one that was a two-time Nobel Peace Prize winner in two unrelated fields. He said that cancer could be cured with intravenous vitamin C. Now, I'm going to relate this to what is going on with the Ebola virus. It is related big time because, big time, because it's actually how it works. Let me just get to a little bit about Dr. Linus Pauling, though, because what came out after that was the Mayo Clinic. I got to name names, man. I'm getting sick of this garbage. The Mayo Clinic, you know, it's a fact. I mean, you don't do whatever you want. You know, it's a fact. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. They did the same kind of studies, except they did oral vitamin C, and they said it didn't work. Now, oral vitamin C can be helpful, but you can't get as much of it into the body, deep in the body, as you can via intravenous vitamin C. It's intravenous vitamin C that Dr. Linus Pauling used to cure cancer. Now, he also died of cancer at age 93 of prostate cancer, but he was taking 3 grams of vitamin C orally a day, and you know, that's not enough to really, it can help, but I mean, it's, you know, that's not the thing you use to really take care of the bad stuff. It can help. I mean, it's not going to hurt you, but it's intravenous. And you know, as anything, I'm going to tell you flat out, I'm suspicious, you know, maybe they would have killed him in a hospital with all their conventional meds too. You know, maybe they got him and it happened real fast and they gave him chemo and wiped him out. I'll relate a couple, you know, because people in the alternative media, they love conspiracy, but I'm going to give you a couple of facts. You know, that thing I was talking about, the Lukoski multi-wave oscillator that was developed in the 1930s, that was off of like a Tesla coil, inspired from Tesla, but it was Georges Lukoski that developed it. I'm sidetracking a little bit before I get into the meat on the Ebola virus, but just bear with me on this stuff because there is a conspiracy stuff out there for real, and they use the alternative media to screw you up too. But Georges Lukoski, the device was working great. It wasn't really like a cure for anything. What it did was strengthen the body where it was weak and was being overcome by any kind of disease, whatever it was. And the body got strong in those areas by frequencies. It brought up the frequency, cellular frequencies of the cell, or put more energy in it. Not exactly even 110% sure how it worked. But it strengthened the body where it was weak, and the body naturally overcome the disease. So they're experimenting it within New York hospitals, New York City hospitals in 1942. It was in a prestigious hospital. It's doing great. So Georges Lukoski came from Paris, France to New York, say, hey, well, I'm going to check up on a device. And he gets hit by a limousine in New York City. Hit and run, they don't know who he was, you know. He didn't even want to go to the hospital. And they took him to the hospital, and 3 days later he's dead. And then they take the device out of the hospital, you know, where they were using the, you know, the Lukoski coil multi-wave oscillator. And guess what? Guess what? No longer available. Yeah, even though everybody said it was working great. Well, and then you got Dr. Atkins. You know Dr. Atkins with the Atkins diet, the low carbs, high fat, high protein. Yeah, he was, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but he was highly critical of the medical establishment. He falls on the ice. I mean, maybe that was the accident, but how did he die in a hospital? I don't know. Who knows? I'm going to tell you this, though. With Ebola, this the meat of the problem, though. Ebola works by depleting the vitamin C in the body first. Before you start actually finding the effects of the virus, what happens is it depletes the hell out of the vitamin C in the body, and you start hemorrhaging like you have scurvy. That's how it works. So these guys, you know what's going on in the alternative media, though? See, one thing you could probably do is probably take loads and loads of vitamin C, especially if you can get it intravenously. That might help. You know what? There isn't any virus out there that vitamin C can't conquer. That they cured 60 out of 60 polio cases before the Salk polio vaccine came out. They cured it with intravenous vitamin C. A lot of people don't know that. See, that's how Linus Pauling picked up on this. He wasn't the first one. That's how they get these other diseases like cancer, HIV. HIV, they knocked down 99% of the HIV viral load, according to Dr. Linus Pauling, with intravenous vitamin C. All viruses get clobbered with vitamin C. Now, enter colloidal silver. Does that work against viruses? Not really. It's more antibacterial than anything. More antibacterial than anything. It knocks out all kinds of pathogens, microbes, pretty much everything. But the thing is, viruses are like a different animal altogether, the way their metabolic structure is. Colloidal silver will not do a damn thing to Ebola. Not at all. Now, maybe coconut oil might, because coconut oil has always been said, but I don't know how much of that stuff you can get in your body where it to be effective. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you have to drink like 4 ounces of this stuff or something. I don't know. But they're saying that high doses of vitamin C, now especially if you get it intravenously, that would probably do the trick, because that's been known. This has been known for decades. Decades. Not just since Linus Pauling. They knew this way before. Now, you got loads of disinformation people out there. You know, I can even point out, you know, if you go on cancertutor.com, I'll mention these names. They got down the Bob Beck protocol as a cure for cancer. Now, I think the Bob Beck protocol will make you feel better and knock out some stuff and all that type of stuff. Is it a cure for cancer? Hell no. Get the hell out of here. But you know what's interesting? Actually, I don't know if I should make a separate video on this because it might be going too long. But I started looking into, you know, the Bob Beck blood electrifier, which does knock out some stuff, I think. It really does in the blood. And you know, he claims it does everything. I don't think it does. But it probably does. I think it does knock out a lot of stuff. But it also helps improve your energy. But all these times you have these negative spikes on that could be helping other things. Because, you know, I know a lot of people hate Hulda Clark and some people love her. It's like a political, religious thing. But she said anytime you got negative spikes on pulses, on any kind of zappers, that's helping the microbes. Now, if you're hitting the exact mortal oscillatory rate of a virus or a bacteria, it, you know, going up and down, negative and positive, and you're hitting their mortal oscillatory rate, well, lo and behold, that's gonna work. But the thing is, you know, when you're using the Bob Beck zapper, 3.9 hertz or 4 hertz, wherever they're rough, they're supposed to be 3.915, but they're probably around 4, some of them. They're all right in that area, though. It's between 3.9 and 4 hertz is healing and regeneration. But the thing is, the negative spikes could be helping a virus, including cancer viruses, HIV virus, and Ebola viruses. So how's that? So that's something that can actually be accelerating your problem. And colloidal silver never was effective on cancer. I don't think it's ever been effective on cancer. Baking soda has been. I mean, I know that they did Even the doctors are saying this now. Some of the doctors it's been known for like 1,000 years or more. Taking a little baking soda every day in some water, not like getting excessive with it, is kind of like a healthy thing to do. It's been known for like well over 1,000 years. But I mean, it's not like this. I don't know how much it's gonna cure something, but it ain't gonna hurt you. Do a little bit of it every day. I'm not claiming it's the panacea of the medical freaking world, but it's not a bad thing to do. It could help a little bit. But I think people are going to be going out and, hey, colloidal silver in a Bob Beck zapper. You're dead. You're dead if you do that shit. You're dead meat. That's all I'm going to say. You're dead. It's actually the most promising thing is intravenous vitamin C. I don't know how I guess you can do that. I mean, you could probably get that from your doctor. I'm not going to freaking sit here and prescribe something to you, but I'm telling you that vitamin C has been known for decades to flat out, no virus withstands it. Cancer virus, HIV virus, polio, you name it. And Ebola. Ebola, for the way it works, is it depletes the vitamin C in the body first. Right there, that's killing a lot of your immune defenses. See, vitamin C is not exactly like a vitamin, the way people are thinking of it, because in the animal world, which is everything out there, every species out there has the ability, almost every species has the ability to produce their own vitamin C. Like a little cat, it goes meow, weighs like 11, 12 pounds. They produce like 2 to 2.5 grams of this stuff in their little bodies, And if they don't have that capability, their lifespan is greatly shortened. Plus, they purr. And the purring helps regenerate broken bones and heal them and all this other stuff. So they're using the Rife machines right there. They got their internal pad-type Rife machine. So I probably should put out some more separate video on this because I'll probably go too long. But as far as Ebola goes, you're going to get a lot of curveballs thrown at you. Like Bob Beck was a major curveball. The guy had 170 IQ, or 180 one time actually tested. I could see a lot of these other zapper manufacturers and Joe Blow from freaking so-and-so on the other side of the world or whatever the hell it is, with a big ego saying, oh yeah, I got the cure-all for everything. First off, whenever I put something out about zappers or anything, I never said it was a cure-all. I said it could help. The only thing I knew about with the Bob Beck zapper is that it helps improve energy levels. But you know what I'm doing now? I'm actually getting a zapper that does that frequency with only positive offset, as Holder Clark recommended, but using the frequency, which is not developed by Bob Beck. It was known by John Crane before him. Rife's assistant, Royal Rife, which Bob Beck always used to say he didn't know what he was doing, and it never worked, and nobody knows what he did, and whatever, buddy. While he was gathering up the Rife machines, right? Anyway, I gotta put it to you straight, man, because I'll tell you what, I'm a fighter. I don't kiss nobody's freaking ass, and I'm telling you the flat out truth. But this Ebola deal, your survival rate, I'm not gonna freaking guarantee it, but talk to your doctor about this deal. They don't like this though sometimes because they figure this out. Hey, vitamin C is going to put me out of business. Well, talk to a nice, honest doctor that has lots of vitamin C and believes in it and does intravenous vitamin C. If that should really put a dampener on any virus you got. There's been loads of people that actually been on the brink of death from cancer and did this and it worked. But that's not see, I'm not going to knock taking oral vitamin C because I think it's somewhat helpful, but you can't get enough of that in the body as if you're doing it intravenously. That's how the Mayo Clinic refuted the Linus Pauling's study in the first place. He goes, oh, it doesn't work. You only tried it for a couple months and everybody took oral vitamin C. Of course it's not going to work. And they knew it. Anyway, over and out, but there's going to be a lot of disinformation on this Ebola, and it looks the way the mechanism this damn thing works is it depletes the hell out of the vitamin C in the body, and before you even affect the other parts of the disease mess you up, you're going to have like hemorrhaging and scurvy right off, like inside of a few days. So what's that telling you? Anyway, let's just hope that the disinformation doesn't get put around too much, because I'm getting tired of this garbage. But it becomes like religious cults and know-it-alls and stuff. But some of the smartest people on this planet are disinformation specialists, guys with PhDs. You know? In my opinion, in my humble opinion, I have to say that, I think Duisberg is a major disinformation agent. But nobody's going to say that, you know? I can't see how that guy can be coming up with his claims. But anyway, I do see how. Anyway, over and out. Ebola probably came from the New World Order. And your alternative media is getting led around by the nose by the New World Order, and they're repeating BS. Stick with the tried and true. Linus Pauling's been right. He's been right. You know, I wish I could have test patient. I can't. But it's been shown over decades that intravenous vitamin C, there's no virus that can withstand it. None. Cancer virus, HIV virus, polio, you name it. They can't. Intravenous massive doses of vitamin C, they can't stand it. And there's no like, they never really found a toxic limit. If you take a lot of it orally, your body can't digest it, and you have the, you know, the craps or whatever the heck it is. But, you know, that's a different story. I'm talking about it's got to get in your blood. You probably need a doctor for that. But discuss that with your doctor. Colloidal silver, it works for different stuff. So anyway, over and out. Watch out for disinformation. The elite are running the alternative media halfway. Over and out.